This week we are getting down and dirty by
taking out the trash.
And by taking out the trash,
we are meaning the people from our past lives because they're disgusting.
Some from years ago, some from
days ago.
Really,
right.
Yeah, can go either way. So
before we start, we did want to mention our audio issue
from last week.
Yeah, we're not quite sure what happened there. Everything was crispy and clean until we posted it to YouTube. That's when it went downhill very fast. So we're going to figure that out. So just bear with us. If you hate the sound, just mute it and read the captions.
Oh, yeah.
Solved. Yeah.
You can do that for sure. Or just like lip read. Yeah,
lip read if you're watching. If you're not watching because we decided not to post the video that we're recording right now, we will figure that out eventually. It's just we're filming on a phone right now, so not the best equipment.
This is not our forever setup. This is not our forever background.
No.
But the only feedback that I was given was that
by 2 people.
Shut up!
Out of our 16 subscribers.
2 that were like, we just want a video. So we're gonna give this a shot, and we can really only go up from here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Besides that, we are trying to set up for filming, like we've said. That will be a process and a half. We want to figure out the audio first, so then it actually sounds good, like how we thought it would before it got posted.
This will be fixed.
Yeah, by tomorrow somehow.
Listen, it's okay.
Well, we have people ready on speed dial.
We have a whole team now.
We have social media management, we have audio management, we have video management. Yeah. And also they're all working for free. So
yes, and majority of those tasks are just us.
Yeah. So it's fine.
But I would say for our first podcast episode, we did pretty good.
Yeah, it was good. We did reach this week's subscriber goal, which we set.
Yeah.
It was 15 for tomorrow's episode, which you're listening to. We're at 16 subscribers.
We're killing it out
here. We are killing it. So this week's goal is 25.
Yes, 25 by
next podcast
the
recording.
Third,
yeah, the 3rd episode.
So,
and on our Instagram later this week, we're going to post about our next episode. So if you want to include yourself in that,
picking the topic and stuff.
Yeah, just follow our social medias. They should be up in the top right corner if I did it right.
I have no idea how to do that.
Magic.
I just trust in you.
Yeah. So that's what we're planning to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, how was your week?
So actually, this is a great segue into today's topic. I spent my week on and off communications with one of my exes, my favorite ex, if you're listening. That was just about the most exciting thing I did. I had off of work this entire week because my grandpa has COVID.
Oh, yeah. I forgot.
Yeah, I literally told you that.
I forgot.
I've been tested. I have my vaccine. Yeah, I'm good.
If it was positive, this long distance podcast.
We could do a fucking, split screen.
That would be awful.
Yeah. So how was your week? What have you been up to?
Not much. Just working.
Opposite of
hanging around town.
Hanging around town. Yeah, I've been waiting all week for this podcast specifically. This was highly requested on every platform.
Oh, yeah.
This would be our topic. Yeah, so, before I give my whole disclaimer, let's talk about our TikTok.
All right, so what we're planning is by 100 followers on our TikTok, we're going to bring one of our subscribers onto the podcast. You don't have to live near here. We can eventually set it up so then
Oh.
We can do the
like
whole...
a video?
Yeah, like a video chat or something.
Wow.
We'll probably do, like, questions or something. Something fun.
Yeah.
Hit up the social medias to include yourself in that. And then we'll also do a Google form you'll have to fill out to participate. Yeah. Because we don't want someone who will just sit there silently. So, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So, a lot of great... We're just taking off.
We are.
Like, doing great things.
Yeah.
And hopefully we can just grow from here. We're already making moves.
We are.
Got the video.
Yeah, our last video had over 1,000.
Fucking
that far yet. Over 100 views, which is a lot more than we both expected.
If anyone recalls from when I did a YouTube channel back in the day, the videos are not up anymore, but I don't think I even had that 16 subscribers.
No.
I definitely didn't.
I don't think you did.
I think I had like 5.
Still money moves, though.
Yeah, but yeah, we had to shut that down. So here we are with this.
Yeah.
Yeah, so my other feedback from last week was that we took too long to get into it, so that's
okay.
I'm just shout out to my mom.
Podcast. It takes a while.
We just have an on-screen fight. That's actually the last podcast.
Yeah, we're ending our career.
And the only feedback I'm talking about is my mom. Shout out to your mom.
Shout out.
Who is running a thriving YouTube channel.
Let's shout her out. What's her YouTube?
Emerald Eye Tarot. My mom
Emerald
does
Eye
Tarot. She's probably gonna kick my ass for
free promo.
I know, but she like thinks people don't know it's her.
People
like
they think it's someone else.
Yeah, because she doesn't.
Okay, well, it's not Maddie's mom.
It's not my mom.
It's just Emerald Eye Tarot.
Yeah,
yeah. We don't know who that is. Who's Emerald Eye Tarot?
I don't know.
No idea. No idea. Anyway,
yeah. So, I'll give my little disclaimer. You give your.
Mine is kind of included.
Okay.
Yeah. So disclaimer.
So I'm not really sure. I wanted to come into this with like an open mind and an open heart. I didn't want to plan everything I was going to talk about because my goal is not to come on here and dog everyone I've ever dated.
Right.
There were good and bad memories with all of you. No hate. Peace and love to you guys.
Not hate and war this week.
Not hating war right now.
Not hating war right now.
I'm just going to be saying from my perspective.
Your perspective, peace and love. My perspective, hate and war.
Right. Okay.
So that's where we stand.
So we switched it up this week.
Yeah.
So yeah, don't hate me. Most of you do already, so I guess it really doesn't matter. I'm not going to be calling you out by name because...
We did switch every name.
Except
for George.
I want to give a shout out to George. He... if you don't know George, whatever. George was my ex from Revere.
High school.
Middle school.
Not middle school.
He actually reached out concerned I was going to shit on him during this podcast.
As he should.
I'm not gonna do that, George. But
peace
want to shout you out. Peace and love. Keep doing your thing. I can confidently say in that relationship, I was the piece of shit, so, tit for tat. So,
yeah.
So, is there any other disclaimer for mental health?
Possible trigger warnings. Well, not a possible trigger warning. A trigger warning.
Trigger warning.
A warning for possible triggers. There we go.
Right.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah. I just feel like we're either gonna really go deep or we're gonna no, we have to.
If we go deep, I'm incriminating myself. I don't know about all of that.
Well, we'll see how deep we can
get. We'll see.
All right. Well, exes.
They're not fun.
They're exes.
Okay. Well, no. No. It may be fun for you.
They're fun for a sec.
A sec. Just 1 second.
1 second until you remember why they're your ex.
Exactly. Yeah, that makes sense.
I have a bad habit of going back to...
Yeah, going back and back, over and over. But it's fine. One day you'll learn.
Well, maybe
not
today.
Recently. Well, maybe.
Maybe when I got fucking blocked yesterday, but hey, that is what it is. I'm not even upset about it.
No.
We'll get to that. Okay, so why don't you start off right off the bat with
me?
Yeah, what you got to say?
So, a while ago, I'd say...
Dude, how old?
Oh my god. Like at least like a year and... No, not even a year.
Dog, yeah. Like 2 years ago.
Was it? It feels like so much less time.
Maybe a year and a half, 2 years.
Yeah, so around there, I used to work at, no free promo, just a fast food place.
That we literally, oh no, that other one, never mind. I thought you meant Panera. I'm like,
no, we already talked about Panera, whatever. Let's just start this off by saying my first mistake was getting intertwined with my coworkers as much as I did. Well, the
one
thing
in
is,
particular.
Yeah, just one. But the thing is, all of the people who worked there were all the same age, so we like really were just all like a big group of friends. Yeah, just working at the same
Subway
place.
Was.
Yeah, except there's just like 2 people working there. I'm talking about like 7,
right, all at the
7 to 10
right.
people. But anyway, I don't even remember how this started.
I don't either.
I remember, I'm pretty sure he wanted to hang out with me first.
They always
And then
do.
I was like, no. But then I was like, oh, maybe. So eventually, I think the first time we hung out, you were there when we went to the mall.
That was the first time you ever hung out?
Well, not like outside of work.
Really?
I'm pretty sure.
Okay. Yeah. Okay,
like at least one of like very first.
It was right when
it was
because
right.
I'm pretty sure this is the only time I ever met him.
Yeah.
Thankfully for me, because fuck this kid. It is hate and war for this kid, actually.
Yeah. He's not even a kid. Like
I'm sorry. Hate and war to this literal entire man,
grown ass man. Anyway,
I feel like the older they are, honestly, the less mature they are.
Oh,
well, not all the time, but like
most of the time.
Age does not mean shit.
No,
it's
all about mentality. And this man's mentality was not it at all.
It's gonna re-fire me up,
dude. You're telling me. Hopefully, I don't have a PTSD attack on you.
Shut down.
Just like, hold on, everyone, pause. No. So we all hung out, and then basically after that, we would just like, text, Snapchat, whatever. It was fine. It was fine up until the controlling aspect of it. So that was not fun.
Best. I love that.
But what sucks about that is like you don't even realize it's happening until you're out of this situation.
Oh, well, yeah.
Well, for me, it was when I was looking back at it.
You kind of know in the moment, but you're like in denial.
Yeah.
But yeah, as soon as you're out and you look back, you're like,
huh, interesting.
Wow, I really did that, huh?
Yeah. So keep in mind, this is important. We only dated for 1 month. Not even.
Dude, what?
Not even 1 month.
This all felt so much longer than that.
Because it was. So we dated for 1 month between December and January. But between I want to say September to January, we were I'd go over to his house and everything.
Okay, yeah.
So we would do whatever, but
so you guys
we
were
weren't dating.
Yeah.
I don't
also
consider
a huge red flag when they want to hang out with you and all that stuff, but then won't date you until a few months, because been there.
Yeah. Another thing is right before we were going to date, he would always ask me, he'd be like, how do I know you're the one? I'd be like, What? What? I don't know.
Dude, this kid just, like, irks me. Are we gonna talk about, his, like...
Oh my god. Okay, yeah.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
So, another red flag that was ignored. He had a foot fetish.
That, I'm down to get, like, jiggy with, like, any type of shit. Except for that. I don't want your toes near my mouth.
No.
I don't
and
want
Maddie
my toes...
does have experience in this case.
Oh, we're just going there with it.
Yes.
One time...
It's definitely a red flag.
Yeah. I don't recommend it, but some people are into it. I'm not
if you're into
shaming,
it,
no.
Just not my thing, personally.
No.
Yeah, so don't ignore red flags like that. That is a big takeaway to this episode. Don't ignore the red flags.
Don't ignore the red flags.
Yeah. What shouldn't you do?
Ignore the red flags.
Yeah. Okay. After that, there is so much that has happened, but my brain just, like...
blocked it.
Literally blocked it out. So we'll just skip forward to the time when we broke up, because that was fun.
Dude, there's gotta be some stuff in between that.
I'm trying to think.
All I remember, I also, like, have a problem remembering stuff in the past.
Yeah, we have memory issues.
Seriously.
I know one time, okay, I'm just gonna fully put this out there. I was 17, and this man was 20. So, yeah, you can see another red flag. Don't ignore that.
If a man is, like, okay, in high school... I was always like, oh, well, if they're, like, older, like, they're just into me because, like, I'm so mature. And it's, like, looking back now...
They have an illness.
Yeah. Like, I'm going to be 20 in 1 month. The thought of me speaking to anyone...
A 17-year-old?
Under 18 at all.
Yeah.
Even 18 is kind of, like...
Yeah.
Because I think about who I was when I was, like, 17. And, like, I was a literal child.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, with that out there... you could imagine how the relationship went. The not relationship.
That is, like...
how that transpired.
Yeah, he had definitely, like... I feel like when older guys try to talk to younger girls, it's, like, some type of, like, power trip.
Yeah, Anyway, so... one day, he texted me, and he was like, do you want to go out to dinner? Keep in mind, I literally only went to his house. Like, only went to his house.
That's all you guys did.
It was, like, a slim chance that we'd, like, actually go out. And,
like, on a date.
Go get food or something. So he was, like, texting me. I think I was at school when he was texting me.
High school.
Senior year. Gotta love it. Yeah, he was texting me, and he asked if I wanted to go get dinner. The whole damn day, I was like, we never get dinner. He's gonna break up with me. I know it. I already know it.
I remember you texting me this. I'm like, that is fucking absurd.
No, it wasn't.
Like, why would he do that?
It wasn't. Because, spoiler alert, he did break up with me that day.
At?
Applebee's.
Oh. I'm sorry. Not Chili's.
Another red flag. Don't go to Applebee's.
If a man asks you to go to Applebee's,
just say no.
Just don't even go.
No. So we bop our way to Applebee's, and it was just like, I don't know, we never got dinner together, so it was just like weird.
Something was definitely happening.
He was that type of controlling where he'd be like, you have to, like, keep the conversation going. Like, you can't just, like, take, like, 10 minutes and not talk. So I would literally...
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah. He'd be like, just make sure you, like, talk about something so then it's not boring.
He said to you...
To make sure I have things to talk about.
With him.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah. Yeah, so this whole dinner, I'm sitting there. I got a fucking salad, first of all. And it was a Caesar salad. I don't like Caesar salads, but I was out of my element that day, dude. I was not in it to win it. So I'm fucking sitting there, like, chowing down on this Caesar salad, and I'm just trying to think of stuff to talk about. I'm like, dude, I don't know what to do.
Dude, that would give me such bad anxiety.
How do you think I felt?
I would have, like, a list. I'm like, so how's the weather?
Literally. We'd have to... I would genuinely plan in my head the way we're planning for this podcast. I'd be like, I need to like come up with things to talk about.
Why can't he talk about things?
He probably did.
Does he plan it too? Like, what is that?
It was a mess.
Okay.
Anyway.
Don't like this kid even more now.
I remember it was about to be our 1 month anniversary. And you know, sometimes it's like a big thing. Like, it's like your first milestone in like a relationship. So I got him, what did I get? I don't even remember what I got him. But I left it in my car while we ate. And then he eventually ended up breaking up with me while we're sitting at Applebee's. And so I like got in my car. I told my mom I was sleeping over somewhere else.
My house?
I think so. It was either yours or Hannah's house.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I literally could not go home because if I texted my mom and would have been like, I'm coming home tonight, she would have been like, why? Yeah. Because she already, like I told her, I was like hanging out with you or whoever, so I can't just be like, right, so I had nowhere to sleep.
I need to get a tissue.
Okay. I had nowhere to sleep, so I was like, my only option is to go to his house. Like, what else am I supposed to do?
I'm pretty positive I offered to come get you. Or no, or I was
you
like...
were somewhere.
Somewhere where I couldn't...
somewhere.
Otherwise, like, I would have gotten her. Yeah. I wasn't just like...
No, it wasn't like that. But I told him, I'm like, I have nowhere to go. Like, he already knew this, so he was like, well, you can just come over and spend the night. So I was like, great.
Oh my god, dude, I would sleep in my fucking car.
I was 17. That was scary. I didn't know what to do. So I was like, okay, I'll sleep over.
Yeah, for sure.
So he ended up leaving, and I remember I sat there, and I called Zach. P. With a P. That one.
Yep.
Shout out to you, I guess. Anyway.
War and hate to you, man.
Yeah, war and hate. Anyway. So I, like, talked to him because we hung out earlier that day before I went and got dinner with Paul.
Who the fuck is Paul? I'm like, oh, right.
Name change. That's why we're laughing. So I hung out with him before I got dinner. And we were just, like, whatever, chatting. So I called him because I was like, who else am I supposed to call in this situation? So I, like, sat there. I didn't really, like, cry. It was kind of just more like a forced cry so I could get it out. Right. So it wouldn't build up. And so it took me some time before I left. So he got to his house before I got there. Like, I
got to his house.
Yeah, I got there, like, 20 minutes after he did. So, and then...
He's probably like, where is this bitch at?
I literally walked in, and he was like, are you okay? And I was like, yeah.
He's a fucking idiot.
Yeah, fine. And then he was like, I figured it would take you a little longer to get here.
You are fucking weird as fuck.
Yeah, it was
If weird. I ever see you in public, it is on fucking sight. I swear to God. I'm being so serious. Just kidding. In Minecraft, allegedly, I will kill you. Allegedly in Minecraft, I will kill you.
So I spent the night at his house. It was what you would think happened. Then
is it what you would think would happen?
Well, depends. Basically, just wanted to use me for the rest of the night, and then was like, okay, bye.
As men do.
Yeah, but I was leaving his house the next day, and he was like, well, let me know if you want to talk or anything. And I was like, okay, bye. Yeah. And then never spoke to him again.
Until.
Here's the funny part. I really had no option to text him. Like, I legitimately had to clear my name because he thought... Right. So, this kid clearly has issues with multiple people, and
I can't imagine why.
He still worked at where I used to work.
I think he might still.
I think so. I haven't seen him around in a minute.
I don't go there anymore.
Me either. So he used to still work there, and I guess he had some beef with somebody, and his tire got slashed. Well, not slashed, stabbed with a screwdriver, which I don't even know how that's possible.
Someone was really angry.
Someone was really angry.
I wonder who it was.
I have no idea.
You're like, actually, it was me. I'm like, it was me.
But he tried to say, well, I caught wind from one of his brothers that he tried to say, I slashed his tire.
Like, stop.
So obviously I had to clear my name.
Right.
Because I'm like, I don't need to be put on blast like this for something I didn't even do. So I shot him a little text message one day, and I was like, hey, like, I heard your tire got slashed. Like, I'm so sorry. It wasn't me, though, so sorry. And then I was like, peace and love to you. I was like, wishing the best for you. Not at all anymore.
No.
And never heard anything back.
He never even responded?
No. Yeah,
this
it
guy
was
had,
so
like,
two-faced.
The confidence... Confidence for no reason, because he was just the worst. He also looked like a fucking praying mantis when fist fighting whoever the fuck that was.
Okay, so I got sent this video in my history class. You weren't there, but Jordan was.
I saw the video.
Yeah, you've seen the video. Jordan was there, and she was sitting behind me, and I got sent the video, and I was like dying. I was like, oh my god. So obviously I was talking to Jordan about it, and Mrs. Walgate was like, what's happening? What's so funny? And I was like, dude. So I told her, I'm like, oh, like, just drama, like, it's nothing. So basically what ended up happening was this kid did this thing called slapboxing, where it's like,
that's what that was?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
my bad.
So it's called slapboxing. He did it with his coworker outside of work one night.
I thought that was like a real fight.
No.
Oh.
No, it was slapboxing. Oh. It's like you like square up to box, but you slap instead.
Right.
Yeah. So he was doing that. Thank God the whole thing was recorded and sent to me. Thank God.
Thank God.
I'm pretty sure I still have it.
Well,
I probably do.
Insert here.
Insert video. We're not doing that. Anyway, my first thought when I watched that video was, why does he look like a bird? Like, he looked like a baby bird, like, trying to get, like, fed by his mother.
Like his predator?
Yes, it was so bad. But it was so funny. Like, oh my god, just the comparison.
Picture it in my mind. Oh.
Yeah. It was definitely, I had a good feeling after watching that. I was like, you know, at least I don't look like... At the end of the day, yeah. At least I'm not doing all that. Yeah. So, other than that...
So that's Paul.
Yeah.
Overall, let's do a little overall on Paul. I would rate him... Let's rate them... We can rate them 10.
Yeah, we'll rate them. We'll do a summary.
Okay.
And then whatever. So, my rating for Paul is... Are we doing, like, negatives or just 0 to 10?
Let's do 0 to 10.
Okay, so I give him a -1.
Okay, fair enough. I also will give him a -1.
Yeah.
Or a 0. Well, no, because I don't want to give him a 1 for, like, no... He literally was the worst in every way, did nothing, and just existed for no reason.
Yeah. Okay, basically, yeah, the lesson learned.
Lesson learned from that.
Don't ignore red flags, such as feet fetishes, someone way older than you when you're in high school.
When you are literally a minor.
Yeah. Don't ignore that. And
also don't ignore when they don't take you on dates.
Yeah.
Unless they're going to break up with you.
Right. Yeah, that too.
So give it up for Paul. You were the worst.
Congrats. Congratulations. I hope you're still looking for the one.
He's just out here asking chicks, are you the one? I don't know. How do you know?
Dude, from what I've, like, heard and noticed, I'm pretty sure he's definitely dated people longer. Like,
after?
No, before.
Oh, okay.
But ever since his, like, not me, but before me, that girl, he only dated her for, like, a month, was, like, completely in love with her, like, crazy over, like, head over heels. And then dated me for a month. So it's, like, very short term. But we also were...
So he's, like, a serial dater.
Okay. Literally taking speed dating to definition.
It's like, you won't get a month. Are you the one? Wrap it up.
That was, like, such a big thing, though. Like, it was so weird.
Yeah, that was a weird scenario.
That was just a whole weird 4 months. Also, it was only, like, 3 to 4 months, but it literally felt like a year.
It felt like a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, another red flag.
Yes. All right. So that's Paul. I'm gonna kick mine off talking about Turner.
Oh, we're going that route.
Yes.
I thought we'd talk about Rick.
I gotta save Rick for last. Okay.
You know what? Makes sense.
Yeah. So Turner is a fan favorite.
We were in a 3-way love triangle with Turner.
I'm like, this is news to me.
No, it's not.
No, we for sure were.
Yeah. It was mostly just me and Turner, though.
No, yeah, I was just kind of there.
Just the front
to build
face
a bridge
of it.
for them to. So I met Turner when I was a junior, when I left Revere and went to North Royalton. I remember I met him because I'm just gonna throw it all out there, shocking, I smoke weed. Like, okay. It was before I went to work at Sandwich Way.
We've already said Subway. That free promo was just not gonna work out for us.
Yeah. So I was at the park with my friend, and we just smoked, and we were walking back to her car, and I see this guy under the pavilion, like, and it was like a light showdown from God. He's really not. Just shut the fuck up and listen. So, he was like, "Hey, do you have a lighter?" And I was like, "Oh my God."
The perfect scenario.
So I'm like, here, and he's like, you want to hit my blunt? And I'm like, okay. Yeah, I do. Yeah, so during that time, he was dating someone, so I had no idea. He didn't tell me his name or anything. All I knew is what
Mystery man.
Yeah, all I knew is what he looked like, and I, being the psycho I am, found out his name, found his Snapchat, got his number, randomly reached out and was like, hey, I'm that girl at the park with the lighter.
Don't ask how I got your number.
I just, like,
hey,
remembered what you looked like and, like, stumbled upon you, and it was so crazy. I actually had to beg Leanna to give me, she was like, you're not gonna like him. And I was like, yes, I am. And she's like, no, he's not your type. I'm like, yes, he is. So eventually I bullied her into giving it to me. And he literally, like, ignored me for, like, a month. Like, he literally wouldn't talk to me.
It's because we were talking.
Yeah, well, yeah, you were the girl he was dating first.
Yeah. No, but yeah.
So after they eventually stopped talking or broke up, I don't know if they were dating, he finally responded to me, and I'm like, okay, awesome. This was probably my most stable relationship.
Yeah.
Because we really didn't fight. But it was just like when we fought, it was like
heavy.
Like World War III.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. So I remember our first date. We went to the movies. He accidentally grabbed my boob within the first 5 minutes, so that was a real icebreaker. And I was like, wow, this kid is bold.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so then I'm pretty sure we started dating, like, pretty right away. And then, I'm trying to think of, like, all the fun things we did together. He used to drive me to school, but I couldn't let my mom know. So I would wake up at like 5 a.m., run outside. He would wake up at 5 a.m. for literally no reason. I would run down my street, hide behind a bush, and wait for him to pick me up.
Oh my god.
And then he would, like, pick me up in his van that had, like, a bed in the back of it. And we would go to Taco Bell and get, like, breakfast and, like, chill in his van. For, like, an hour and a half before school every day. And then we would, like, walk into school together, and he would clip on, like, a speaker to his book bag and play, like, G Herbo.
That kid?
Mm-hmm. Like, ghetto, like, music, like,
yeah,
rap, like, hardcore. Yeah. And I would just stand there, like, this is my man's. Like, this is me and my man.
This is me and my man. Came back from Taco Bell at 5 a.m.
And it was like a daily grind. Oh my god. Should I really expose myself and talk about that one time at Taco Bell? He doesn't even know about this. Like, at Taco Bell when I... Like, do I go there?
Oh my god. You might have to.
Should I? Okay, so... wow, this is bad. Okay, so if you are my family,
stop listening.
Please, for the love of God, please turn this off, or you are not going to
respect you anymore.
No. So, yeah, please actually turn that off. Mom.
Bye.
Or skip to like 20 minutes ahead.
Yeah.
Anyway, so... after school, he would also take me home, but he went to, like, the career center, so I would have to walk up, like, to Taco Bell by myself, and I would wait in his van, for him to get out, like, of, like, the bus to drop him off. So I would go in, and the one day... I can't.
Don't then.
Okay, yeah, I can't.
Okay. Welcome back, family.
Yeah, I can't, because he doesn't even know about this, and I, like, can't do that.
That's fine. Disregard that.
Just forget that whole thing. Yeah, he would, like, we would, like, hang out after school, long story short, and then whatever. I'm trying to think, like, when our first, like, fight was, but we broke up once. Well, twice.
Well, 3 times.
Well, a few. We were really stable for a really long time. Like,
and then
we were besties. Like,
so true, bestie. So true, bestie. Oh my god.
And we, like, were really, like, those guys who would, like, every time we were at, like, functions together would be, like, grossly, like, oh, baby boo, like, honey pop.
I cannot do that. PDA.
I was that bitch for no reason.
I can't do that. Like, it just makes me uncomfortable because, like, everyone's watching you and you're just, like, in your element.
Now, like, when a guy even touches me, I'm like, ugh.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I'm kind of the same way.
Yeah. But, like, then I don't know what I was on. I was on some shit.
Something.
But, yeah. We went to prom together, his prom. Phenomenal night. Anyway, so then I don't even know why I broke up with him because, dude, why did I break up with him? Like, what?
We're really just, like, figuring everything out. Like,
I really don't remember why I broke up. I think I broke up with... No, he went to jail after that. So it wasn't that.
Maybe it was just, like, a general thing. Like, not one specific.
Yeah, it was just a bunch of shit, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I broke up with him. That was a whole thing. He really hated me. I ended up talking to my other ex for a little bit.
Yikes.
And doing some shit that I didn't need to do. And then I just always feel like the relationship has a little different bit of a spice when you come back, like, a second time.
Oh, yeah.
You're, like, trying it
definitely.
again. Yeah, so
for sure. Like, it's understandable.
Yeah.
But after 2 times, it gets
then
questionable.
Then you should wrap it up.
Yeah.
Right.
Wrap it up before you tap it. Wrap it before you tap it.
So I remember I went to. This always happens when I go to Frank's. I'm just Frank.
And
it doesn't matter. But
not significant.
Yeah. So
well, he is significant. Frank. No. I just mean to the story.
Right. I just remember we were broken up. It's the first time I ever went to Frank's, and I was drinking, and I was like, I didn't even really know Frank that well, but I was like, does Tommy still love me? Oh.
Does Turner
still love me? You know what I'm fucking talking about.
We suck at this. Oh, whatever.
Just ignore that.
Shout out, Tommy. We love you so much. We love you. I love you. Come back. Come back, please. I'm just kidding. It's just a joke.
It's like it's for
comedic effect. Yeah, comedic effect.
Yeah, no.
Not.
Elizabeth!
I'm kidding!
Dude, this whole episode is gonna get me in trouble.
No, it's fine. Not. It's fine.
So I was like, does Turner still, like, love me? And he's like, I don't know, like, I think. And so I was like, okay, so I gotta reach out. So I, like, DM'd him, and I'm like, hey, like, we gotta talk. And he's like, what the fuck do you want, like, you dumb bitch? And I was like,
yeah.
Let's just talk. He's like, okay. And so I literally wrote him, like, a 3-page letter.
I remember that.
Yeah.
You sent it to me.
Yes,
I remember.
I still have it, like, screenshotted.
I have some of mine.
Yeah.
Still in my notes.
Yikes. Yeah. So I met up with him, gave him a letter, like, we reconciled, and it was all fine and dandy until he tried to break up with me, and, like, a month later.
Yeah.
Because we were, like, all good until he started getting controlling and, like, insecure about, like...
Yeah.
Which, I mean, I'm sure I was too, but, like, he...
was on a different level with it.
Right. Because I remember I went to, like, a Halloween party, and he, like, tried to break up with me because I went without him. But he couldn't go because he was, like, in the hospital.
Was it my Halloween party?
No.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say.
No.
Nobody misses that.
Yeah, no.
No.
It was, he couldn't go. Like, it wasn't just, like, I didn't invite him. But then whatever worked out was fine. We dated for a little bit longer until, the beginning of the pandemic. So, we were all good until... my mom wouldn't let me leave the house.
And then you ran away.
Yeah, and then I moved out for like a few months. And I remember moving out because I was like, we're going to break up if I don't see him.
Right.
So he was a big reason I, like, moved out.
Right.
And then I remember I was like, okay, like, I'm moving out to Leanna's today. Like, let's hang out. And he's like, I can't. And I'm like, I haven't seen you in, like, 2 weeks.
Right.
Like, what? And then we, like, hung out, and it was, like, kind of weird, and I could tell something was off. And then I remember that night he, like, called me. I'm like, wow, getting really serious in here.
Ooh, who turned up the temperature?
He called me and, like, screamed at me and broke up with me, because...
Question mark. Who knows?
I don't even really know why we broke up. Like, I really don't. And
I don't know. I don't remember.
But it was definitely for the best. We were going on 2 different routes.
Yeah.
And he, like, we've talked once since then for, like,
it was
few
all
minutes.
Peace and love, though.
No, yeah. And he, like, apologized for everything. I apologized. He's in a happy relationship now.
You, not so much.
Yeah, I'm still over here recovering from the past 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
But peace and love to him. He's honestly a really good guy. I know a lot of people have their opinions on that whole situation, but
obviously mine is the best opinion ever because I love you, Turner.
Yeah, so peace and love to him. He's a great guy. I wish him the best. I'll rate him... I would say, I would rate our relationship, like, a 7.
A 7?
Or an 8.
Yeah, I'd say
until
like
the end.
A 10.
I'm still kidding. She's like, come back, fix it.
No, I'd say, like, a solid 8.
Yeah, like, we were...
It was good, until it wasn't.
It was, like, really close. And I don't even think about it. No, I really don't. But, yeah, he's cool.
What'd you learn?
What did I learn?
Lessons learned.
Don't trust everyone, because the past 2 people I've dated have had a problem lying. So don't trust everyone. I learned...
Fact-check them.
Yes.
Go through any necessary means to fact-check
just even
them.
a little bit check into their story.
Oh, yeah.
Because I could have easily disproved a lot of things. But...
yeah, but that didn't happen. Yeah. So, that's okay.
Also... like, I really thought during that time, I was like, we should go get married. Like, let's get married. Like, don't get married to someone when you're, like, 17.
Wait until you, like, actually have a career.
And also, like, date for more than a year.
Yeah, that's smart.
So,
oh my god, next month me and Ethan can get married.
I'll be there.
Just kidding.
That brings us to Ethan.
Yeah, so... Ethan is my current boyfriend.
Most recent ex.
No,
just
no.
Kidding, Ethan. Peace and love.
Peace and love until it's hate and war. Anyway. Anyway.
There's still a possibility of hate and war.
Yes, we've been dating for almost a year now. In 24 or 5 days, it'll be a year. Mm-hmm. Which is scary because it feels like I'm stuck in 2019. That's a whole other topic we have to get into. Like, time is just not a thing for me anymore.
No,
Yeah, we'll save that. Oh, God. Maybe that could go on the mental illness one.
It absolutely can.
Yeah, okay. We met on Tinder.
Honestly, like, one of the only good relationships I've ever seen come out of Tinder.
Yeah. But the thing is, like, we don't tell people that, so we tell them that we met through Jack, because Jack went to Bowling Green.
Okay, yeah.
So we're like, we met through him.
They never met.
Mutual friends.
Mutual friends.
Yeah. Our first date was an hour away from Bowling Green. Okay. So I drove an hour, he drove an hour-ish. Well, remember... We found out.
What?
He ended up driving like 40 minutes, and I drove an hour. I was not happy.
Well,
but it's fine.
I remember you telling me you were going on a date with him.
I was so scared.
I know,
I was so scared.
I would be scared.
I was shaking, like my whole car. Okay.
My whole
Hold
car
on.
was
We're just gonna run through our first date. So, at the time, as I mentioned previously in our last episode, I was living with my roommate from Bowling Green. And
hating more to her.
Yeah, so I basically like went to like a class or 2, whatever. And then I'm pretty sure we were gonna meet at 4 for pizza. For our date. So I got ready, did my thing, and as I was leaving, I was like, I walked out of my dorm, I walked all the way around the block, like ready to cross the street to go to my car. Mm-hmm. And I was like, I literally don't have my car keys. Like, I left them in my room. So I texted her and called her. I was like, hey, like, can you bring my car keys down? And me, worrying about the time, I was like, I'm gonna be late. Like, I cannot be late. Like, it's gonna look so bad for me. So I told her to meet me at the closest doors. But during that time, there was only one way you could go in and then one way you could go out. COVID? But I was a freshman in college. I had no idea what was happening. What? So I opened this door and this alarm just starts going off. God. And I was like, dude, like, no.
Did you run away?
Yes, I ran away. My roommate was downstairs, and like, whoever was working the front desk, she told them, she was like, some random lady opened the door or whatever. So then we met around the corner. I got my car keys, and just the whole drive, I was like, okay, I'm ready for my date. But I was like shaking.
Hate first date.
It was so it wasn't bad, but like in that aspect, it was bad. Right. Like the nerves were the worst part. Oh. But then we had our little date, and we kept making a joke so we basically just sat in his car like the whole time because there's like nothing to do where we went. And I kept saying, are you gonna kill me? Like, as a joke. Like, well, obviously it was a comedic, scene.
There was a girl who did get killed on the Tinder date.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Like, recently.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm. It was her birthday, too. Yeah.
That's awful.
Yeah. I'm sorry to go back. Continue.
No, it's fine.
Like, so it could have been you.
It could have been. So the whole time we were just joking, and there was a train that went by, and he's like, I'm gonna kill you and throw your body on the train. And I was like okay, I could be down for that. But no, it was a great date. We just sat there and talked the whole time. So, I mean, it's better than, like, going and doing something.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's really, like, we literally just sat and talked for, like, 8 hours, 9 hours.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Oh. And you were like, how do I know if you're the one?
Yeah. Yeah, it's all full circle. All full circle.
Oh, my God.
Maybe he's not the one. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Ethan listening to this?
Joke.
He's like,
Ethan, it's a joke, dude. Relax. Dude,
whoa,
just chill out.
Chill, Ethan. God.
Peace and love.
Peace and hate. And a little bit of war.
Yeah, so that's where we're at. I mean,
yeah.
A lot of stuff has happened.
Yeah. But I like Ethan.
Yeah. Well,
obviously.
I'm glad you do.
No, I think he's obviously much better than Paul in every aspect. Yeah, I haven't seen Ethan in a long time.
He was just over yesterday.
What, was I there?
No.
Last time I saw Ethan was when I took pictures of you guys and we went to that Walmart.
Are you serious?
Yes.
That was so long ago.
I know. That was like six hair colors ago.
Like, dude, you're so goth.
You're so goth. Can we also, just get into that for a second?
We end up not putting a visual, Maddie has black and purple hair, just so you know.
I know this isn't what this is about.
No,
but I just want
we have to talk about
it. So, I have dyed my hair, pink, brown underneath my blonde, bright red, natural red, dark brown, blonde again, black now with purple. I've done blue. Done a lot of things. Yeah.
Everything.
Cut it all off.
Brew it all out.
Put it all back on. And with this most recent hair color, I've gotten a lot of, like, feedback I didn't fucking ask for.
Right.
First of all, I've underestimated the amount of old people who would have something to say.
Really?
I went to a grad party, and this one lady was like, oh, purple hair. Yeah. It's not 1965 anymore.
No.
Leave me alone. And then I'm at my brother's birthday party, and his grandpa's like, oh, is this your goth phase?
I am so goth.
I'm so goth right now. Like, what do you fucking mean?
It's literally just a change in your life. Like,
it's because everyone's like, well, you listen to Suicide Boys and Lil Peep and,
but you've been listening to them.
Like, I've been doing what I've been doing.
Also, Suicide Boys concert.
Yeah.
Extends my will to live a little longer.
I'm actually so, like, I think about it, like, every day.
Dude, same.
Yeah.
And sometimes, like, when I first bought the tickets, I was at breakfast with Ethan when I called you, and I was like, oh my god, I just bought tickets, but then I'm like, my brain isn't registering it.
Yeah.
Like, with the Brockhampton concert.
Yeah.
We fully, like, went to that concert.
I still am not over that.
Neither am I. We
were
talking about that before the concert started. We're like, we're never getting over this.
No, yeah. But now I'm never going to get over this.
Oh, yeah. No,
this is
either.
after, yeah.
We are driving, just so you know.
What?
The drive to Chicago is like 5.5 hours.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
We have to behind the scenes talk about this because there's a lot of stuff we need to plan out. I keep thinking every day, I'm like, okay, I need to go find like a full like outfit, which I will be going full goth girl clique for this.
We need to find a place to sleep before you pick out your outfit. Like, we fully just bought these tickets and we're like, okay, that's it, we're done. No.
Yeah.
But we'll definitely be talking about that in future episodes, especially closer to it if we make it that far.
Dude, we can record the whole, well, not the whole concert, but
like we should. We should just bring everyone with us.
Like, here,
we'll just bring our microphone. Like, guys, listen.
Can you just...
Where's the Wi-Fi? What's the Wi-Fi password?
I'm so thrilled to see Young Gravy.
So am I.
I love Young Gravy.
So am I. I really hope he's there. And then, September 1st, I'm going to see Trippie Redd.
You're going to see Trippie Redd?
Yeah.
I wanted to go see Trippie Redd, but no one was going to see Trippie Redd.
I'm going. Me and Ethan are going. Well, you didn't bring it up.
I'm supposed to go see Thomas Rhett.
Bro, you don't listen. Wait, you do listen. My bad. Guys,
no,
we got a country gal over here.
I don't listen to Thomas Rhett. I listen to country, I don't listen to Thomas Rhett. But I want to go to a country concert to find a cowboy.
Okay. Just one on a horse.
Just one cowboy.
A cowboy on a horse.
Yes. Which I wasn't going to go see Thomas Rhett.
Who are you going with?
Leanna and Steve.
Yeah, I figured.
And I'm gonna rhinestone a country hat, and I'm gonna just pull up, and it's gonna be awesome.
I'm pretty sure you mentioned that.
Yeah.
Dude, when is that? Come to the Trippie concert. Tickets are only like $30.
Bro, okay. Okay. Yeah.
It's September 1st. It's a Wednesday. So.
Oh, that's why Leanna and them weren't going either, because I was like, why isn't anyone going?
I'm going. Me and Ethan are going. It's his first concert.
Really?
Yeah, that's why I got the tickets. They were only $80 for both of us.
I will absolutely go. Wait, is it at Blossom?
Yeah.
I've only been to Blossom once. For Wiz Khalifa.
I'm pretty sure Chief Keef is going to be there for Suicide Boys.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. They got a whole lineup.
I know.
We're going to have to get there earlier than like what we did for Brockhampton.
Dude, we can get there like a week before.
Yeah, I'm down. Might run out of money, but that's fine. That's fine.
Anyway, wow, we really just took
got
off
sidetracked. Sorry, we're so sorry. Well, this is a podcast. We're allowed to do that.
Yeah.
Believe it or not. It is our podcast. I don't want to hear any feedback about this. We did immediately get into the topic after a short, brief,
Bro.
she's
like, everyone unsubscribe.
No, subscribe. Oh my god. If you're here from TikTok, hey, hello.
Oh yeah, hi.
Yeah, our TikTok kind of popped off.
Yeah.
Our first video got like over 500 views. It got almost 200 likes. Yeah, we're popping off. We're gonna have to check it TikTok after this. I know, right?
Okay,
we'll just dive right back into it.
Right. So,
Rick.
Unpause. Rick. My most recent ex.
Not a fan favorite.
My fan favorite.
See, you feel the way about him the way I feel about Turner.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. It's not like that though. Like I've talked to him like twice. So it's like one-sided. It's very much one-sided.
No, because he loved you.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did.
Okay, maybe.
He literally always was like, oh, let's go hang out with Lizzie. I'm like, okay.
We literally hung out once. All three of us.
No!
When we went to go get ice cream? Yeah.
But he also came here that one time for your one party.
My birthday party.
Mm-hmm.
And then he tried to...
What?
Yeah,
I don't remember that.
Never.
We'll talk
about
that
later. It's a little too profane.
Why don't I remember that? I don't know. Okay, so yeah, Rick. He came right after Turner. So I moved in with Leanna for a few months, and she was friends with this guy, and we all started hanging out, and he was like, hey, I have this friend, Rick, who, like, you remind me of him a little bit, like, I think you guys would, like, really get along, and I'm like, okay, like, I just got out of a relationship, like, I really wasn't looking for anything, but I was like, you know what, whatever, so he, like, sent me a picture of him, and I was like, okay, alright, Rick, alright, let's get into it, so, me and Rick and Leanna and her friend that I met, like, I met because of...
Yeah.
We all hung out, like, 2 or 3 times all together before I ever even talked to Rick in person.
Are you serious?
He made me so nervous. Like, because he, like, gave off this, like, like, I don't
I get
this
what you mean.
persona, like, I don't know, but he scared me, and I was like, hey. I was like, I don't think he likes me. So, yeah, we hung out a few times, never, but, like, okay, so before we even talked in person, like, I remember we would be, like, texting, like, oh, baby, like, and then we'd meet each other and be like,
who is that?
Like, I can't. James? What is this? So it took us a while, and then I remember we hung out in the Shake Shack parking lot, all four of us, the last time we hung out, for like 4.5 hours. And me and Rick were just, like, throwing this paper ball at each other, like, just a little couple kids.
I remember that.
Yeah, and then I remember leaving, and I was like, I literally remember leaving listening to, like, gospel music, because I was like, I just found the one.
Did you find the one?
I found the one!
Oh my god!
I found the one!
That's so crazy!
Yeah, I was like, oh god. Everything was great, like, and then we hung out alone for the first time. We actually spoke.
Yeah.
We went to a park. We used to always go to parks and stuff, so we went to the park. And we hung out and, like, just chit-chatted for hours and hours and hours. We hung out like, honestly, kind of a lot. We honestly
a lot. Do you remember that one time? I don't think Rick was there, but I was with Lila and we were at Girl Scout camp. And
yes,
we saw
no, he was there.
He was there.
Yeah.
See, I don't care enough to remember. So, who's that?
Yeah. Yeah. So we hung out a lot before we ever even like did anything. And he was the first boy I ever like slept over at his house. And I remember when I met him, I was like, wow, he's like,
he's got his life together. He's so old.
He's so mature and like crazy. Like, this is so awesome. And the first few months were great. Like, we hung out all the time. He actually was interested in me. He actually liked to see me. Literally posted me all the time. Hung out with me. I remember the one day, this is probably a joke looking back, but I took this shit to heart. He's like, oh, like, you should just come, like, live with me, and blah, blah, blah. And he's like, you can come on my family vacation.
Red flag.
Yeah, and he said I love you to me, like, 2 or 3 weeks after we met.
That's how Ethan was, but, like, sooner than that.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
So he was like, she's the one. Well,
you know, yeah, sure.
This kid just fucking spews shit out. I don't know, but he said it to me, and I remember where I was, and I like saw it, and I was like, so we're doing that.
So we're going that way.
All right.
And
I really thought for the first like few months, because so we talked for like 3 or 4 months before we actually dated,
right?
Because I remember I was like, dude, I'm just telling people you're my boyfriend, like,
right. At that point.
We don't, like, you don't like when I hang out with other guys, which I didn't. And I was like, you best not be out here with someone else.
Right.
And he's like, you can't tell people that until we're actually dating. And I was like, okay.
You literally just... Right.
But so, ask me, like, what are we waiting for?
Right.
And then he asked me to be his girlfriend, and it all went downhill.
Yeah. Pretty much. Should have just kept it in the...
Honestly.
Yeah.
Honestly. We started fighting about...
Your Snapchat. Who's on your Snapchat, Maddie? What boys are you talking to? Maddie?
Yes. I never cheated on him, never cheated on the guy I dated before that. Like,
We don't cheat here. There's no reason to.
No. And so he told me that everyone he dated before me cheated on him. He told me this whole story. And he was like, so I'm just like... super insecure about it, and he'd be like every day, like, not a wasted breath on anything other than this. If we weren't like, when we were together in person, it was perfect. When we weren't together, it would be like, let me see your Snapchat, who are you talking to, who are you hanging out with, send me a picture, send me your location. And then I would, and he'd be like, well, you're finding a way to like lie. And I'm like, okay. This should be great for my mental health.
Yeah.
Awesome. So, I remember we did, like, fought for a while. We went to Tennessee together.
Fought on the whole ass ski lift up the mountain.
That was a phenomenal trip, but also, like, we fought a lot.
And then you called me crying.
Yes. I remember we were in, like, the main town area. He wanted to go see some, like, car thing with Steve. Leanna and Steve. And so me and Leanna sat outside for, like, a fucking hour and a half and let them go in and do this. And we were like, okay, well, I had my pen. I was like, well, let's just smoke. Like, all I wanted to do was go there and, like, smoke and just look at the mountains. That's all I wanted to do.
Mm-hmm.
I smoked one time. This one time. I smoked one time. And they come out. He's like, oh, you're out of control right now. Like, what? And so
homeboy,
he,
back up.
Yeah, literally wouldn't hold my hand, wouldn't talk to me. And so we're about to go on this fucking ski lift where it's two people, like, supposed to be, like, this romantic thing.
Yeah.
I'm sobbing up this ski lift. He's just sitting there, like, not giving a fuck.
Right.
And then we got to the top. I ended up screaming in front of everybody.
It's fine.
So that was that.
It's fine.
Yeah.
You just have to cause a scene.
Yeah.
Just every once in a while.
And then we made up and it was fine until that night. And then I remember he, like, the vibes were off. He just stopped talking. And
I remember that.
Yeah.
That's when you called me, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I took myself onto the back porch and had my bottle of wine. Sipping out the bottle. Called her sobbing. And literally. Was like, because she had just left for college.
It was a fresh
2 hours away.
Yeah. Well, more than 2 because you were in Tennessee.
Well, right. But like,
yeah,
there was
2 away from home.
Yeah. I called her and I'm like, I'm never gonna see you again.
I was like, Maddie, I'm gonna see you. Like, don't worry. I'm pretty sure I was, like, coming up that next weekend or something.
No, yeah, you were.
I was. Yeah.
Yeah, so I cried for about 2 hours. Then it all worked out, was fine. Whatever. We left, came back, dated until October.
I remember October. October is such a fun month for us, especially.
Yes.
It's literally what we look forward to every year.
I love October.
I love October. For those of you who don't know, my dad and his best buddy, they basically do it's so hard to describe it. It's like a haunted house, but it's through woods. It's through
it's like a backyard haunted house.
Yeah, but it's like spread out. It's so good.
It's not just like someone just put some shit up.
Yeah, no, they literally spend months on this.
I know.
Like, it's insane.
It is so fun.
And they've been doing it for 14 years this year.
Oh my god.
I know. Isn't that crazy?
This is going to be my
literally
3rd year.
I was 5 when they started this.
Aww.
Yeah. So, we go to I've been going every year.
Well, right.
Yeah. Maddie tagged along 5 years ago. Right? 4? Yeah, 5.
Is this my
5th? I'm pretty sure.
This is, I think, my 4th.
I think you're 4th. Anyway.
Yeah, so October is a great month.
October is the best month.
Yes.
Hands down.
Until
and now Suicide Boys.
Yeah.
So we got back to back.
Yes.
Just awesome.
October is going to be great.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, October. This October wasn't great for me, though.
This past one.
Yes. I broke up with him because, like, he literally turned into a different person, wouldn't post me, wouldn't talk, like, want to do anything. He would tell me he wasn't a big phone guy, so he stopped texting me, told me, like, he didn't make plans or ask people to hang out first, so that's why he never asked me to do anything. Literally only wanted to see me once a week, and these were all issues that I expressed to him, like, many fucking times, and he would just sit there and be like, I don't know what to say. So eventually I was like, all right, fuck it. Like, we gotta wrap this up. So we broke up, but we still were talking. This was all a span of a week.
Right.
He went and talked to someone else. the entire week.
Yeah, not just like for like a day or two or like a quickie, but like the whole week.
Yes, waited maybe like an hour after we broke up, probably, honestly. Didn't want to tell me about it because his favorite line was, he never lies.
No, never. God lies. Forbid.
No. So when I caught him in this lie and I told him, he's like, tried to deny it at first and then apologized, whatever. My dumb ass was like,
it's fine.
It's okay, you know, we all make mistakes. So yeah, we continued to date until I literally had a mental breakdown. In January. We'll get into that whole thing.
On the mental illness session.
Yeah. So I had a small breakdown because literally I would have anxiety going to work, leaving my house, anytime.
Anything.
Even at my house. I remember there were times.
Because of the spirit.
Yes.
We'll have to also. We have so many stories to get into. Oh my god, we don't have enough time for this.
Yeah, but he gave me a lot of anxiety, so I ended up in the hospital because I had my first panic attack. And I, like, remember FaceTiming him, and he was, like, wouldn't answer me, didn't really give a shit.
Oh, yeah, and he wouldn't even, like, go to the hospital with you after the fact.
No.
I did. I was the boyfriend.
Yes.
It was me who stepped up.
I asked him to go to the doctor's with me for my follow-up appointment. He said no. He didn't have to work or anything.
Also,
he just didn't want to go.
For your birthday, you spent it in the parking lot while he was in the hospital. You couldn't go in because of COVID or whatever. So, Maddie literally spent it in the hospital parking lot.
For, like, 6 hours.
Yeah.
That is what I did on my birthday.
You at midnight.
Yes.
When I was driving back from Ethan's house.
Yes.
I was like, and then I sang happy birthday to you.
Yeah, so that was my birthday. I spent a lot of time doing shit like that for him because he had, like, a heart condition, so I was very understanding of that, obviously.
Also, red flag.
No.
I will literally square up with this kid. Like, I don't.
I'm like, no, he might unblock me.
Well, maybe not after this.
Who fucking knows? I'm not even into the, like, good part. Okay, so whatever, he, like, doesn't want to hang out with me. He decides when I'm having a mental breakdown that I'm too much, he doesn't want a relationship, we break up, okay? So he starts talking to someone else, like, right away, all this stuff. A few months go by, my dumb ass. Did I reach out? Yeah, I definitely had to have reached out to him. We start talking again for, like, it was literally 2 weeks.
Yeah.
It was
not long at all.
We hung out a few times. It was dope while it lasted. And then same thing. We were just fighting every day about, like, same old shit. Until recently. Oh my god, wait. I just realized I'm, like, exposing myself. Whatever, at this fucking point.
Shout him out too. I'm so sorry about that.
What happened in between this past year and men have just not been it for me.
No.
So I got...
But on the flip side, it's been the year for me.
Yeah, she's been living it up. So again, the alcohol got to me, like it always does.
Always.
And I decided I was going to request him on Instagram. He accepted. I'm sorry. I forgot. I tried to fight his sister.
Oh, yeah. And got the confrontation to Rick on video. Oh my god, dude. Imagine we just post that to the Instagram. We're like, here, we talked about this in yesterday's podcast episode. Just like with the agenda.
Oh my god. So I basically thought that he was talking... Like, when me and him started talking again in March, I thought that overlapped with the girl he was talking to, but, like, before me, like, right after I broke up. So, me and her pulled up to his work. I cussed him out.
Also, he worked at Home Depot. I'm sorry, but, like, Pavel worked at Home Depot for literally, like, less than a month.
He doesn't work there anymore?
No, he quit. He ghosted them. It runs in the family of ghosting workplaces.
Yeah. It does. Yeah. So I fully pulled up to a Home Depot, like, ready to swing.
Buy, like, in front of everyone, too.
Yes. I literally cussed him out. He got in his car, left, went home. His sister called the girl I was with and was like, pull up to my house. And I was like, okay. Pulled up to his house. No one came outside. Nothing happened. But, like, you would think after that, like, he wouldn't talk to me again.
Right.
But I had hope. And my hope was correct.
Yeah.
He unblocked me. We started chatting for a few days until he asked me some hard-hitting questions about
some very personal
some things I did.
Yeah. Not great decisions, but back then, best decision you could have made. Just from an outside perspective. Like, I was there rooting for you the whole time. I was like, yes. Yes.
Yeah. I, unlike some people, can admit when I am wrong.
Yeah, and you were wrong.
Yeah, I was wrong. Yeah. And I don't lie. Actually, I don't lie. Yeah. So he asked me, I told him the truth about something I did. He blocked me. And I was like, okay, fair enough. Mm-hmm. And then a few days later, he unblocked me. And I was like, okay, cool. Maybe we can figure this out. But then he, like, wasn't talking to me, would, like, respond with, like, just pictures of nothing. And I'm like, okay. And then I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna go hang out with my one friend, Jack. We can't say that.
No.
I was like, I'm gonna go not that.
I know, not that. It's just funny.
I know. And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go hang out with Jack. And innocent, like, me and Jack, like, literally went, like, on a little walk and then, like, went and got Taco Bell and, like, he went home. Like, it wasn't, like...
Yeah, and people overreact so much about stuff like that.
Why can't I have a guy friend? Like, obviously, if we were dating, I wouldn't be out here doing that, but you wouldn't even tell me if you wanted to talk to me. Right. If you would have established and respectfully... Whatever. But we weren't even
a whole different topic we'll get into.
We weren't even talking.
Right.
And I wasn't even... Because I was like, dude,
You're getting hot panini pressed right now.
Because, like, if I wanted to be with Jack or anyone else...
Literally anyone.
I would have.
Right.
And I could have lied about what I was doing. Right. But I wasn't doing anything wrong.
No, because... Yeah.
And I got hit with that block again. And I was like, okay, so this is it. And he's basically like, well, this is wasting my time. And I'm like, okay, somehow... You're the victim, and I'm the bad guy.
Right.
Okay, whatever. So, we wrapped that up about 2 days ago. So, a day ago? Yeah, yesterday.
It's all full circle.
Yeah, so...
We'll see what happens for next week's episode, if he comes back or not. Stay tuned. Let us know what you think will happen.
Yeah, yes.
Let's see. Comment if he'll come back or not come back.
He's gonna see this and be like... I can't now. Not that he was considering it, but...
Well...
I would... What would you rate Rick?
Like, a 3? I'm only giving him a 3 because of the first few months.
Yeah.
And then he just kept losing a point each month, so...
It really, like, went downhill, like, so fast.
Yeah.
I'll give him...
Better not be above a 5. That's all I'm gonna say.
I'll give him like a 7.
Oh my god.
Because even though like we have all this shit, like, Rick, if you're listening,
don't
unblock me.
No!
Yes!
Keep her blocked.
No! Please, like, we can work this out. Hey, I'm keeping my door open.
Okay.
Don't love being blocked, but it is what it is.
Yeah, you're just gonna have to deal with it.
Yeah, so, what I learned from that is, first of all, don't ever rely on a man, ever.
No. Ever. Be the independent person that you are.
Don't let anyone control you.
No.
It's normal to have
boundaries.
Friends, girlfriends, boundaries.
Yeah. But it crosses a certain line when you do something and you know it makes your girlfriend or boyfriend uncomfortable.
Right. And that's one thing, but you have to...
Sorry.
That's one thing.
Current events
that we all need to consider is if your girlfriend or your boyfriend has a problem with something, you should probably not do it.
Yeah. Or talk to them. Or
talk to them and then not do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then get out of, a chat or two you might be in.
Shit, we're going there.
We are.
Okay.
So yeah. Also, what the fuck was I gonna say?
I don't know.
Trust is an important thing in a relationship, and if there's no trust from the beginning, it's not gonna work out. The second, the third, the fourth time, the fifth time is not gonna work out.
Also, if your partner asks you for pictures of, like, your Snapchat list, maybe just tell them no. Say, hey, if you trust me, I am not doing that. And then maybe the next time they ask, it could be asked in a different way. Like, when you're actually together.
Right. I really tried hard to be understanding. I spent almost a year with this kid trying to, like, make it work.
Yeah.
I did what I did. I can admit, I'm sure I had my faults. I did that one thing I did. But at least I can own it.
Yeah.
Some people can't own it.
Own it. Speaking of
your
own
mistakes.
it. So Own It is basically an inside joke that we saw at the thrift store.
Yes.
Yeah, so we wanted to talk about a little bit about what we represent, basically. So, if you haven't seen, on our YouTube and Twitter, we have Own It at the very top of our social medias.
Our banner.
Mm-hmm. And what that represents for us, not only is it a joke, but it basically makes us own up to what we do.
Yeah.
Whether it's good or bad.
Yeah. If you're an asshole,
own it.
If you're a nice person,
own it. It's very versatile.
If you want to start a podcast,
own it.
If you want to be a rapper,
own it. I think they get it.
Yeah. Just own
it. Own it.
Which is a lesson I think all of our exes could learn.
Oh, yeah.
Own your shit.
And present and future relationships.
Yes.
Own it. Own your shit.
Speaking of present and future relationships, should we still dive into some advice columns?
Oh, yeah, of course. I thought you were going somewhere else with that. I thought we were going back to the indirects for a second. It spooked me. All right. Okay. Let's pull up the Instagram.
So we wanted to add a little segment at the end where we answer
any questions that either our viewers send in or that we just Google because no one really communicates with us on that level. So start commenting and start looking at our social medias and you'll be able to see. So then you can interact and we'll even shout you out. We'll say your name to our 16 subscribers. So we have we have no questions on our social media at this time. To be fair,
we posted that like an hour ago.
We posted it almost 2 hours ago.
No one gives a shit about.
It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah. So we just wanted to give our advice on
because we have so much to say, but nowhere to say it. So here we are.
Okay.
The whole reason we started this. You'll read one. I'll answer. I'll read one. You'll answer.
Okay. I'm meeting my parents, but
can't even get through the first question.
I'm meeting my partner's parents for the first time, and I'm super nervous. Any advice?
Just be yourself. I wouldn't say focus on the fact that they're parents, but, like, keep it in mind,
Right. Be yourself, but, like, respectfully. Yeah, own your truth.
Own your truth, and people will like you.
Yeah.
Because I prefer someone who's honest than someone who's not.
Me too.
Even if you're a bad person, at least you're being honest.
Yeah. If you're gonna be I can respect someone who's like, yeah, I'm a piece of shit, but...
Yeah, I'll try my best. Whatever. Yeah. Life lesson of this episode is to own it.
Yes. Own it.
Own it. All right. Now, the next question is...
You can skip any if you want to.
I'm in a long-term relationship, and it feels like my partner never makes time for me anymore.
This one actually hits home for me. I would say if that's how you feel, all you can do is communicate. And if they don't listen to you when you communicate, then there is a bigger issue at hand.
Right.
So just sit down and be like, dude, like, I love you. I miss you. I like hanging out with you.
Right. Just
can we find some time? Maybe set a
set schedule.
Right.
Maybe not like a set schedule, but like every Friday, like go to a movie or something. Right. Switch it up, whatever.
Yeah. Okay. I think my partner may be cheating on me. What should I do?
All right.
I have so many ideas.
Oh yeah. Well,
what would you do? What would your mom do?
What would my mom do? She would probably not be happy. Neither would I.
Yes.
I think the biggest thing would, again, be to communicate on top.
Like, slash his tires.
No, but honestly, if it were me, I would just have a sit-down talk and be like, look, I don't think what you're doing is right, and I don't like it. So either tell me what's happening or leave. Maybe not that drastically, but
I feel like I'd find a way to prove it, and then I'd
also
ruin their lives.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. It happens to the best of us. Alright. I've asked my partner to change a couple things about his behavior, like how he parties a lot, but he hasn't stopped any of them. I know he really loves me, so why won't he change?
You can't change anyone. You can spend a long time trying.
Oh yeah, we've learned that from personal experience.
Yes. You can do and say anything, and it really honestly doesn't even have anything to do with if they love you or not. If people,
if they're set in stone with their mentality, it's not going to change.
Right.
Nothing will change it.
You're not going to change until you realize you have a problem or you want to change something, so.
Yeah.
If you communicate it, that's really all you can do.
Yeah. Shall this be the last one?
Sure. I find myself getting crazy jealous when my partner talks to other women, even though I know it's nothing. How do I stop? So how do you stop?
I'm still trying to learn. I'm trying to figure that one out myself. Let's see. How to be proactive in this situation.
What do you do? I don't
know. Definitely bring it up. That would be a good starter. Take proactive steps to, let them know why you don't like it and how you could possibly find a different solution so that they can still be friends, even though that most likely won't happen. Yeah. It's at the end of the day, everything is about communication.
Yeah.
You won't get anywhere without it.
And if you don't have trust also.
Trust too.
Yeah.
But it's mostly just communicating, I'd say.
And even if
no one can read your mind, so they're not, and you can't be that indirect, petty person that posts stuff and
right, we wouldn't want any of that.
Well, I mean, that's not you now. I mean, I've been there too. I've done the same thing. Yeah. But you just can't be in that mentality. If you're in a relationship, you have to be. Don't do that. Yeah, no. You just have to be mature with your communication.
And if you, to work on feeling jealous, within yourself, you just gotta know that you're just, a bad bitch.
Yeah, bad bitch is over here.
If they do anything to hurt you, that is on them and their personal issues.
Because and, feel free to send the Addy. We will pull up. We will pull up and fight these people.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. No shame.
No.
Hate and war.
Hate and war, actually.
Hate and war.
Yeah, so...
Alright. I think that wraps it up.
Yeah. That's... May not be all of our exes story. Maybe we could do a part 2 in the far future.
Do a part 2 eventually.
Yeah, because there's more exes, but...
Yeah, we obviously have more, but it's just... the most...
traumatic.
Yeah. Something like that.
Yeah. So...
Again, check out our social media. You'll be seeing a lot on there, more than the YouTube channel. There's not very much we can do with the YouTube channel right now.
Other than
post
our podcast. Like, yeah.
Yeah, everything will be linked in the description. Again, our subscriber goal is 25 this week. Mm-hmm. You guys really popped off.
Seriously, I was not expecting that many people to care. We just kept
checking like every other day, and eventually we were like, oh my god, we have 16 subscribers.
This makes me so excited.
I know, I'm so excited. And then our TikTok was popping off. We just have to get the Instagram to pop off and the Twitter.
So if you guys have anything you want us to talk about, any
like specifically, we have a Q&A poll on our Instagram for each episode.
Yeah.
So we want to include everyone, but no one wants to be included.
But you guys just don't give a shit.
No. What's that about? Leave a comment below and tell us
why you don't give a shit.
Please.
Yeah, so next week
we'll post a poll for next week. We are on the fence about it. We want to do something mental health wise because we need to bring awareness to it, especially us specifically. My mental yeah.
Like yeah.
What else were we thinking? We could still do the current events.
Yeah, I mean
there are a few people interested in that.
A lot of different.
We can also include our lives and everything, but
so if you guys want to hear more about like our personal shit, because I know that's interesting for some of you.
Yeah, maybe.
If you want us to talk less about that, I get it.
Literally just say something.
Just anything. Say something. You just want to do what you want.
Own it.
Own it. And what you want.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
we will see you next Tuesday.
Yeah, we'll see you guys. Peace and love.
Peace and love. Hate and war. Peace.